cemetery in Duluth is facing some major problems of erosion. And when I say major, it's because erosion has exposed human remains near the Lake Superior shore. In fact, some have been found below the bluff there. Now, St. Louis County is seeking some state funding to address the problem at the Scandia Cemetery. This is right next to or near Glen Sheen Mansion. County Commissioner Patrick Boyle joining us now here to talk more about this, about the problem, what you're seeking for a potential solution. And first, let's talk about the cemetery itself. I read it dates back to 1881. It's a very historic, and upwards of 1,500 graves on this site. So, I mean, this is something that it carries a lot of history for that area, too.
It does. You know, a little background how we got to this point is about 2.5 years ago, our county received a letter from a couple that basically said that they were in their 90s and they had been caretaking for the cemetery for a number of years, but were now entering elder care and couldn't take care of it anymore. So they wanted to basically have us take it over, which is very unique. Mm-hmm. So our county attorneys went to the state and looked up the statute. And basically for a nonprofit, it doesn't go tax forfeit. It just stays in limbo. So while we were learning that, at the same time, like you just spoke about, we had a young couple that was visiting Glen Sheen, one of our top tourist attractions in the Arrowhead region. And them and their kids walked across Tisha Creek over to the Scandia side of the shore and found a skull and some bones. Mm. So it became very immediate and dire for, I think, local government to step in.
Yeah.
Which we were able to do. This,
you know, to find that discovery, and I mean, obviously then you're able to make a quick connection to where it came from. If it was another spot, it'd be even more kind of horrifying here. But then that, you know, leads to realizing that as the bluff erodes here, and I read it's up to 20 inches, a decade or so? Yeah, per decade. How many graves potentially have been affected by this erosion?
We think this has been going on for decades on the erosion side, and out of those graves, we've come up with about 40 or 50 of them that are in immediate jeopardy of being eroded into the lake at any given time. Mm-hmm. The one thing we know as good Minnesotans is that Lake Superior keeps doing what it's doing, and with erosion, we don't have the ice on the lake like we once did in the winter months to protect those waves, so we're getting it 24/7, 12 months a year. So it's significant and it needs to be dealt with as soon as possible.
Yeah, and the fixes here are not cheap. I know the first option is to build a concrete or fix a concrete retaining wall. The other is simply moving these to another area. The Scandinavian Cemetery Association that ran it, now looking to you, now you're looking to the state. You know, how expensive is this going to be, and is it even anything that the county could do on its own?
I think this is a perfect example of local governments working with the state to solve this issue. We've invested some dollars into the initial study to use an architecture firm to show us what was the best route, not only financially but ethically. You know, with all those bodies and where do we place them, I just don't feel that was the right way to go, and it was expensive. So we did come up with now a shovel-ready project that it's about $2.5 million to build this breaking wall, which the county would then take over the responsibility going forward on.
Is this an unusual request in terms of trying to get state money for this? I mean, is there an avenue that you think you can get this, or is this something that is out of the norm? I mean, I don't know what the process looks like for a project like that.
It's absolutely out of the norm. We figure there's hundreds of abandoned cemeteries across our state, from old farming towns that aren't there anymore to logging camps up north here. But the key is they don't have 20-foot waves hitting them year round. So extremely unique situation. You know, we're not looking at going at bonding dollars per se, because there's just so many important projects on that. But we feel we should be able to to advocate for environmental dollars on this side of thing. We just put an ask in for LCC-NR, the Ledge Citizen Committee on Natural Resources. We feel like that might be a really good route to go on. To ask for this $2.5 million. And, we have two local electeds that serve on that board, Representative Scraba out of the Yulee region and Senator McEwen in the Duluth area. So Republican Democrat side.
If you don't find this funding, if it doesn't work at the state and the county can't afford it, what do you do?
I feel like I've been in this as a county commissioner now on my 13th year, that this is just so special. It's not a Democrat-Republican issue. It's about doing what's right. And this is where I think local government and the state can really do a good job. It's a good news story. So I'm very hopeful on this. I'd be very surprised if we don't get some traction. We just had our Duluth-St. Louis County Days down at the Capitol last week. And like I said, I talked to folks on both sides of the aisle, and they were appreciative of what we're trying to accomplish here.
Well, it seems like in many ways a no-brainer. As you said, you have Lake Superior. It's not going to stop what it's doing. This problem is not going to fix itself. And it's something, too, that you want to be respectful of those that are buried in that cemetery so that there's no more destruction to their final resting place.
It is. I mean, walking through this, like any cemetery, it tells a story, and you have children that passed away during the Spanish flu in 1910. You have veterans that are buried there. This is very much a working class cemetery that built East Duluth initially. So absolutely, I want to protect those that are buried there and their families. So we need to move forward on this. And like you say, Lake Superior isn't going to quit on us. We're up against them. The lake will always win. So let's hop on it and take care of this issue while we can.
All right. Well, we'll be watching to see how that progresses, to see if you get that fix that's so desperately needed. St. Louis County Commissioner Patrick Boyle, thank you for filling us in on this. And again, it's a story I've never heard of before, and I've been doing this a long time. It's a very unique situation that you have to deal with, and best of luck with it.
Thank you, and thanks for letting me tell my story.
All right. Thanks so much.